Although 2020 has hit many like a ton of bricks, it would seem that ironically it was also the year of health and change for many celebrities, as yet another one is making headlines for her life-changing weight loss. We all know Rebel Wilson for her charm, wit, and often blunt sense of humor, and of course her iconic portrayal of Fat Amy.
Question.
Yep.
So this is the first base. Will we be going to second base with you guys?
But recently, she has been making headlines for her incredible body transformation. Claiming 2020 as her own, many have been praising the actress for taking her health into her own hands. But at the same time, some have wondered if being called Fat Amy took its toll on the actress, making her feel as though she will never be taken seriously in her industry.
I probably haven't been the weight I am now since like high school.
So the question is, why did she decide to make this change and why now? Did her fitness fanatic boyfriend play a bigger role than what she is leading on? Or was the pressure of Hollywood too much for her to cope with mentally? Stay with us as we unpack everything we know about the build-up and the aftermath of Rebel Wilson's dramatic weight loss. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Rumour Juice YouTube channel.
Is Rebel Wilson British? No, you fools, I'm Australian.
Let's jump back to the very beginning, just before the actress first made it to Hollywood. When Rebel set out to pursue an acting career in her 20s, she quickly found her calling to comedy. She attended the University of New South Wales and very quickly found her footing on stage. It might come as a surprise, but she initially had her heart set on becoming an actor for serious leads.
And then I thought, well, I've got to be like a serious actress like Dame Judi Dench.
Her audiences, however, had a very different interpretation of her performances. I thought I was playing a serious role. I got visibly quite angry that people were laughing at me, and then people would laugh more. I thought, fat is funny in a weird way. It was then when she decided it would be her game plan, thinking that, quote, fat is funny. Unfortunately for Wilson, this meant that she would start her acting career under the impression that people would find it easier to laugh at, also quote, bigger girls. At the time, the actress realized there was a lack of comedic Australian actors who brought their own style to Hollywood. Everyone conformed to what they thought the City of Angels wanted from them. So, the up-and-coming actress saw an opening and took the very first chance she got. Rebel was 30 when she moved to Los Angeles in an attempt to make it in Hollywood. Bear in mind that she already had a pretty successful career in Australia, and even though everyone back home thought that the cards would be stacked against her, she refused to listen and kept her eye on the prize. No one thought I would be a feature film actress crushing it around the world, but I beat the odds and have achieved so much. Rebel was signed to a casting agency after only 2 days in LA. Agents realized that they didn't have anyone with her looks or personality in their books. They saw her uniqueness compared to the rest of Hollywood as a really good thing. The actress went on to star in successful films that we all know and love, such as Bridesmaids, Pitch Perfect, and How to Be Single. Knowing there aren't many romantic comedies starring plus-size women, she dipped her toes into producing and starred in her very own rom-com. There's a lot of pressure on women, especially younger women, to conform to the thin body image. Not everyone can be that way, and no one should be ashamed of how they look. On top of that, she has been a fierce advocate for women's body positivity, especially for plus-size women. Being a plus-size actress herself, she knew that she would be a role model for many, and she has taken this role very seriously. In terms of how Hollywood treats plus-size women, Rebel never accepts things as they are, especially if they are unfair. So, in 2015, she announced a collaboration with plus-size brand Torrid.
Tell me about your clothing line. You're wearing your clothing line.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Rebel Wilson for Torrid Spring Collection.
Hoping that it would make more women like her bring out their inner confidence, like the confidence she has presented to the rest of the world.
In Atlanta, I'm like 10 out of 10.
Despite constant speculation about her weight, the actress has always stayed very positive about it. But it would seem as though this confidence has not always been the reality in Rebel Wilson's personal life. Hollywood can be harsh to many, and unfortunately the actress always seemed to be one of the industry's many victims. So, what happened that made Wilson decide to make such a big change in her life at 40 years old? Wilson explained in a 2020 interview that she was never really focused on her health. She loved eating, and for years she didn't see the problem in being an emotional eater. I love me some ice cream or dessert, and it comes at a time when I'm happy or sad. So, when I have an incredibly successful day, I want to celebrate and reward myself with food. The 40-year-old told Drew Barrymore that she felt the overwhelming wave of stress that comes after you've made it in Hollywood. She had no idea how to handle everyone watching her every move. She explained that the only way she knew how to handle the anxiety of fame was through emotional eating and binging on donuts. Rebel admitted that she completely stopped valuing her self-worth. It was then that she decided that things needed to change. She labeled 2020 the year of health and gave herself a year to reach her goal weight of 165 pounds, which, as we all know by now, she has reached a month before her target date.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get healthy. And how I started is I did go to a professional place to do a detox because the amount of sugar I was eating is like full on.
Co-rebel. I put on the athleisure and went out for a walk, deliberately hydrating to avoid the sugar and junk food.
Yeah, I still haven't found love, so I try to get out there.
It's interesting to think that Wilson's decision to lose all that weight came just after she started dating her new health-conscious boyfriend, Jacob Bush. The actress has openly gushed about her new beau, but has made it clear that they started dating before she slimmed down. Goes to show you, ladies, you don't have to be a certain size to get a boyfriend. Jacob Bush's family founded the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Dynasty and is alone reportedly worth $100 million. The couple was introduced by a friend in 2019 and hit it off immediately and are still going strong a year later. A source has said that they have been motivating each other with their health journey, although it's evident that the journey was a lot more directed towards Rebel. Fans questioned the relationship in the beginning since Bush is still in his 20s while Rebel just turned 40. They wondered if Bush might only be in it for the sake of fame. But they quickly let go of this notion as they noticed that Bush is quite a private guy who doesn't really care about how many Instagram followers he has. And on top of it all, he has stood by his leading lady throughout her whole journey. Wilson wasn't the only celebrity that went on a health journey. By now we all know the drastic weight loss that Adele went through earlier this year. But why did Adele receive so much hate while Rebel was praised? Was it because she said she was doing it to better her mental health and for herself? Whereas many felt like Adele followed the societal norms of a breakup and changed her appearance in a revenge body type of way instead of just for her own health. This came after she told the world she would never want to be skinny, making some feel betrayed by her weight loss move. What do you think about Rebel and Adele's weight loss? It wasn't all sunshine and daisies for Rebel's journey. There were even a handful of people who are not on board for her transformation. The actress explained on Instagram that industry-wise, there were a lot of people who wanted me to stay as Fat Amy, referring to her character in the movie franchise Pitch Perfect. Do they have a point? Rebel became famous not only for her blunt and brilliant comedic style, but also for her unique plus-size look. At times, she would even gain weight for a role, thinking it would add a better comedic element to her character. Some even think that the weight loss could seriously affect her career, having lost the element that casting directors saw in her when she first came to Hollywood. Although Rebel decided when she came to Hollywood that she was going to play the plus-size funny girl, it might have just become a bit too much. Wilson said on Instagram that she got really tired of being typecast and has admitted that it was part of the reason she wanted to go on this journey. Along with shedding her weight, it appears that Wilson has also completely changed her approach as to how she presents herself in public and on social media. In recent interviews, she is kind of different, not hitting the audience with that iconic sense of humor that the world is known to love. At the beginning of the year, Rebel made headlines for her hilarious yet somewhat controversial speech at the BAFTAs.
But at least I get to hold this BAFTA for a moment. And wow, what a great way to stop yourself from getting coronavirus.
Looking back now, some could say that it was her way of giving the world one last taste of what she used to be and the work she used to do. Is this how the actress is going to go about becoming a serious and dramatic actor? If so, the question is, will it work? Do people want to see Fat Amy or what the new Rebel Wilson has in store? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. As always, we are eager to see your opinion in the comment section below, and do tell us which topic we should cover next. Behind the scenes dramas of your favorite shows? Why did this seemingly perfect couple break up? How come this Hollywood hottie is still alone? Who holds the title of the most fan-friendly celebrity? Make your voice heard, and we at Rumour Juice will make sure you are never bored. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to tell your friends how cool we are.